Hello everybody, my name is Claire Pitt and I'm a member of a National Trust team of volunteers based at the Birmingham Back-to-Backs. We originally conceived the idea of running face-to-face reminiscence sessions with people living with dementia in 2018. These sessions proved to be successful and popular, but they had to be discontinued when the Back-to-Backs were forced to close during the COVID epidemic. Not to be outdone by a virus, and since mid-2020, we've been developing and offering reminiscence sessions via Zoom. When a guest is referred to us, we find out a little bit about their background and design a session of around 40 minutes involving pictures, music and chat. Each session welcomes one guest diagnosed with dementia, and other team members take on the roles of technical host, who manages the presentation of the materials, and a social host and a volunteer guest who keep the conversation flowing. Each guest also needs a carer or supporter who can work Zoom, and in our experience, they enjoy the sessions as much as the guests themselves. Our sessions are ideal for people diagnosed with mild to moderate dementia, and in the next few minutes, we'd like to demonstrate how they can work. So now over to Jill, our technical host, for a short demonstration session.
Hello. We are now going to move on to our little demonstration session. Our sessions usually begin with a video and some appropriate music, just to get us into the mood to reminisce. But today I'm going to hand straight over to Anne, who is going to host this mini reminiscence session for us. Hi, Anne.
Hi, Jill. Thank you. As social host, my role is to help our guests share some of their memories. To briefly demonstrate how that works in our regular sessions, we've got a couple of willing volunteers to act as our guests today. We've got Bernard and Pip, so welcome.
Hello.
Hi. Our theme today is childhood. So I wondered if we could have our one and only, our first photograph, please, Jill.
Ooh, skipping.
So, skipping. So mostly girls playing in the picture. One little chap holding the rope. That's probably a condition that he's got to be with his sister, but he's got to hold the rope. Skipping. What are your memories about skipping, Pip? I'll come to you first.
Well, I didn't do any skipping in the street because I was an only child. So most of my friends, when we did group skipping, it was in the playground at school, and you could get about 15, 20 people all in a long line, you know, running in and out of the ropes. Sometimes we'd even get 2 ropes going. So you could run in, do your bit and then run out again, and we'd be singing rhymes and songs to go with it. So it would be really good fun. Really good fun.
So did you prefer skipping in those long lines, or did you like skipping on your own?
No, I found skipping on my own a bit boring. I used to like doing it with other people.
Okay, I'm going to come to Bernard now. I don't want to dismiss that you might have been involved in skipping, but I noticed that the girls are playing in the street outside, and I wondered what kind of games you remember playing outside, particularly in the street.
We played lots of games in the street. I don't think we did much skipping. That was what girls did, but we did. We played football across the street, cricket across the street, because there wasn't much traffic.
Yeah.
We were very rarely interrupted by a car coming, or even a bike. Anyway, so we used to play that across. Play marbles, knocking one other marble out of a chalk circle on the pavement. Sometimes even chasing the marbles down the gutters, chalking hopscotch on the pavement and doing that. I suppose that's a kind of skipping.
Yes, it's something that both girls and boys could do that. Were your groups exclusively boys?
Pretty
When
much,
you,
yeah,
they
pretty
were,
much. If
yeah.
it'd be probably like your picture, it would be a brother or sister wrote a sister in this case, it'd be roped in, wouldn't it?
Yeah, yeah. And it's quite strange because our parents never seemed to worry that we could be out all day. And we just used to work out when it was time to go home, even though we didn't have watches. A lot of us didn't have watches. That was quite strange. Do you remember that too?
I think we sort of just knew it was time to go. We didn't have watches, you're quite right. Probably hungry.
Yeah.
I think we were told off anyway, whatever we did, you know, if we were late or early, we'd be told off. So we just took it on chin.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, thank you for sharing those memories of playing outside. Normally, what we would do at this time, we would break up our session by asking each guest to share a keepsake or a photograph that's got specific special memories. Normally it would be the social host that starts that off, but because this is a very brief demonstration, I'm going to ask Pip if you'd like to share your special things that you've bought today.
Well, my very special thing is my bear. And my bear is very old, and my granny bought him for me when I was born, so I've had him literally all of my life.
He looks much loved with his rubbed off face.
He's been repaired so many times. He has in fact his paws need repairing again, and his trousers. But he sits pride of place in my bedroom now, so I can think of him and think of when I was a little girl.
Have you got something else to show us?
I have, and this was something. This is my flora garden, and I used to buy these. They were 2 and 6pence. Those were the cheapest ones from Rackham's. So we used to go in on the number 32 bus up to Rackham's, and I'd have my money in my purse, and I'd be allowed to choose and then pay for it all by myself. And I felt very grown up, very grown up. But I've kept these, and I've still got pretty well everything I bought still in a very old cardboard box.
Yeah, that's amazing. And it was actually quite popular amongst girls and boys to have things that you could buy, little bits to add to, not necessarily a flora garden, but different things like that. So thank you for sharing that with us, Pip. So that's the end of our very brief demonstration. Thank you for watching, and I hope it's given you a good idea of what we offer. Thanks to Bernard and to Pip for sharing your memories today, and I'm going to hang back to Jill now.
Okay, thank you very much. So that's it for our little demonstration, and now we're going back to Claire.
So thank you, Jill and Pip and Bernard. I hope that short demonstration has given you an insight into what a back-in-time session might feel like. I should point out that although we're all volunteers, we are all dementia friends, and we've had the support and advice of mental health professionals in developing these sessions. We're also trained on the data protection and safeguarding procedures of the National Trust, so you can be confident that the personal information of any guest is secure. If you would like to recommend our sessions to your service users, please contact us by email at the address coming up shortly. So here's a bit of music to enjoy while you jot down the details. Thank you for watching. We look forward to hearing from you.
Those were the days, my friend, we thought they'd never end. We'd sing and dance forever and a day. We lived a life we'd choose, we'd fight and never lose, for we were young and sure to have our way. Lie, 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 lie. Those were the days, oh yes, those were the days.